good, YouTube? It's me, your boy Squiddy, back in another Squiddio. And today I wanted to do a quick little vlog of our adventure at YCS Vegas. Back in the day, YouTubers would do this vlogging stuff where they'd go to events and kind of document everything. And we kind of did that in this journey. But also there's some tidbits of information here and there between matches and also a deck profile at the end. So hopefully it helps you guys if you want to be really competitive and you want to go to an event. Hopefully this definitely helps. So yeah, long story short, we went to YCS Vegas for 3v3. Out of over 1,700 players, we made top 16. Unfortunately, losing the top 16 to a very crucial misplay. Basically, my teammate had cross-out designator. We were attacking for game through 5 summons, and our opponent Nibiru'd. We flipped cross-out, calling Nibiru, and it turns out my teammate completely forgot to side in Nibiru. It was against Voiceless, so unfortunately, we did lose that game. But that being said, you know, you gotta learn from your mistakes. Stuff like that happens all the time, especially in high-level Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, you can never really overthink stuff, so just be careful about that. But yeah, without further ado, guys, check this out. Hopefully you enjoy. Wow. We're walking on a bridge. It's kind of scary. Ensnared bridge. Ensnared bridge. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, guys?
Mais tu joues pas pour qui tape?
J'ai eu Dragon.
Ok, mais non.
Non, mais Dragon, ça c'est dur par exemple. Dragon, ça c'est dur par exemple.
Si tu fais Fiché Figé, c'est game over. Fiché Figé, c'est game over.
You guys just made it big at the casino. Holy crap.
So there's 6 drinks. And then Moose got a drink? Yeah. Moose, and then who's the last one? Me. There's 6 drinks. 1, 2.
We're winning. Playtesting has begun. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at this. What is this?
I love boys.
Gladiator Beast? Got Fire King over here.
Chances is gonna post this on this Discord, bro.
Yo, qui veut jouer?
Yeah, Kirby comes up. You're gonna
Some
shine.
crazy side deck. Oh my gosh.
Did you not have one?
It's plus $23.
Everyone's playing Dogwood. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm
Life gain.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a 3v3 tournament, right? So you could, like...
Me, I played for the
fact
fact that it's a tuner.
Punisher, huh?
Sucking and
He's about to play DB on his
Parce que
phone.
le format est différent. Faut dans Unlimited.
Black shirt, yeah.
Est-ce que ça marche? Ça fonctionne?
There.
Testing, I just leave my deck. It's super, super thick. First time not using PC Whites. Gonna see how this goes. We're playing on this makeshift table in the hotel room. There goes none. Wild. He's playing in real life, and he's playing on Dueling Book. He's replicating every card. Wild. That's crazy. TV on the phone in real life? TV on the... TV versus real life duel.
Je vais summon Value. Je vais Icarus les deux.
Yo, je te promets, il y a rien.
Je vais banish.
Alright, we are going to the Hell's Kitchen to get some yummy, yummy burgers. Guys, we're in Vegas. This is fun.
Got it.
Yay. What's up? It's really cool. There are a lot of lights here. Oh, there's a Ferris wheel. Actually, I think I went on that a couple of years ago and like I got really sick because it's actually kind of like makes you nauseous when you're up there. Oh shit. I got a car. So, guys, look at that truck. I've never seen anything like it. Some kind of hazard truck with the lights. Oh, yo, have you seen this? Look at that truck. It's got lights on it. Yeah. I know. Wow. Looks really good. I'm excited. Je suis excité, bro. Yummy. Insane. Says he's on a diet. Insane.
Bro, you're missing out, bro.
What's up, guys? We're here with the whole gang.
Yo. What up?
It's crazy. La gare.
10 years in the making. 10 years in the making. It's true, you've like never been on his channel. 10 years? What the hell, man? No, I have.
Anybody got a ice cream?
Oh, okay. We're gonna show together.
All right, day 0 is beginning. We're gonna go check in. The gang's out here. Everyone's here. We got Lance.
Yo, this shit is heavy, bro. Let's go.
All right, let's go, guys. Guys, we're here in the convention hall. Check it out. Look at all these people. Look at all these Yugioh ready to get in, but they can't because the doors have not yet opened yet.
It's been 3 hours.
It's been 3 hours. Holy smokes. That's crazy.
I know.
This binder is crazy.
I'm Starlight my deck.
Something else.
No.
Do you not need one anymore? Huh? What's good, YouTube? Guys, we're here with MST. Oh my gosh, they're doing some crazy coverage. This is so exciting.
We're gonna pick this guy for feature.
Hey,
100%.
Yeah,
every round. That means we can't lose.
throwing it in. Like, if he's not on feature, at least in one of the rounds, we didn't do our job.
Exactly.
That means we can't lose. Hey.
He's gonna win the whole thing. It's okay.
Find out. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Damn, this is gonna be sick. They just opened the floor. And what time is it? I don't know. It's 2:30 and they just opened the floor. Now we can go in.
2:15.
Wow, this convention center is huge. Holy crap. This is so cool. And they have water stations? Oh my god. Guys, I haven't seen a water station at Yugioh event in like literally like 12 years. But I don't think it's gonna last. Wow. Vendors are all here. Holy crap.
That's Strike Zone?
Are they back? They do Yu-Gi-Oh again? All right, guys, if you want to know one life hack at a YCS, it's to literally walk all the way down away from the actual Yu-Gi-Oh convention hall to find the clean bathrooms where none of the greasy Yu-Gi-Oh players are. It's such a crazy life hack, guys. Check this out. See that? Restrooms all the way at the end there? Yeah. I just walked 15 minutes and it's gonna be worth it because I'm gonna be the only one in there and enjoy some peace and quiet. Check it out. I'm the only one here. Oh shit, I actually think there's someone in there. My bad, bro. Look at this. It's clean enough to eat off of.
Wow, this is a big convention hall for Yu-Gi-Oh!
We just opened our entry packs, guys. Check this out. Look what I got. It's a POPLAR. Insane.
Look at your shirt, too.
Insane.
What about your shirt?
Yay. I'm gonna put it on my shirt now in my deck.
Oh,
That was sweet. Lucky. Yeah, and it gets even better. The coin that I got for entry, it turns out it was actually a gold BLS coin. So to say that we were lucky this weekend was very, very generous because, yeah, we got a gold coin, a QCR POPLAR, and then we went undefeated day 1 in Swiss and topped the event. Yeah, it was pretty crazy luck. Hi, everyone. Are you serious? Dude, come on, just a little bit. Oh my god. Just, God, Joe, come on. Are you serious?
No, my hands are
Just a little more. Just, come on. Oh my god. Oh. All right, guys, day 1 begins today. There's actually a cheerleading competition going on next door. Interesting. All right.
Where you at?
I would like to welcome you all to YCS Las Vegas 2024. Welcome to round 1. You have 45 minutes. You may begin. Or one of my assistant head judges that can be identified by red armbands.
All right, so we just won round 1 somehow. We played against 2 pure Snake Eyes and 1 Fire King. And I honestly have no idea how I won because my hand was really bad. I drew double tactics after he ashed my bonfire, so I passed and lost. Then game 2, my hand was like Garunix, Kirin, Nibiru, called by Ash. So I literally had to like pass, set 2 and pass.
Yeah, but we got there. So yeah, round 2's coming up. Guys, we won round 2 with a time card of a Coffee Dragon. It was my last match against Brandon. Got really lucky. Burned in time for game. Not bad. All right, guys, just won round 3. I played against Fire Kings. Wait, what did I play last round?
I don't know. Stop recording because I need to take off my shirt.
Okay, well, we won round 3. I can't remember what we played. Guys, we just won round 4. We played against Jeff's team. Jeff, Max, and Vlad. Really, really good players. I misplayed. I made a really, really bad misplay by activating Wanted in draw phase while I had Tactics, and I got Ashed. And then I summoned Poplar and I got Imperm, so my Tactics was dead. So I passed with like Populous into Linkable with an Imperm and a Nib. And luckily he didn't draw too good. His hand was like 2 Soul Release. What's up? And 2 Soul Release and like Big Bird, and I Impermed his only starter, his only Ash. And then on my turn I ripped the 1-for-1, so that was game. So I got really lucky. But guys, don't use Wanted in draw phase if you have talents. All right, guys, round 5 just ended. We played against Pure Snake Eyes. I threw game 2 really bad when I probably could have gamed somehow, but the game is really, really complicated. So, yeah, but we got the match, luckily. Yeah, let's see what happens next. Guys, we just played some of the world competitors. I think his name is Luca, as well as Yugioh, if I'm saying it right. But my teammates got it, so that was really, really good. I lost. We played it out. I lost because I was playing kind of bad. I forgot Original was in my grave, so guys, don't forget Original. Technically, I should have won the game if I checked my graveyard, but we were playing for fun, so there were no stakes. But yeah, we're undefeated right now, so let's see how it goes. Guys, we're going into the last round. We just won round 9 against the Australian players, Pojang, as well as Yugioh, and they were all playing, well, 2 of them were playing Pureleys, and I got really lucky. Our side deck really came in clutch. Typhoon, insane, like, for both of us. He set a card, he activated my friend, I chained Typhoon, and that was that. And it was good against Summon Limit. Just, we had a really good side deck, luckily, so we got lucky. We won. So yeah, let's see what happens. Next round, last round of day 1. So we just, round 9 on day 2, we played Team Samurai's team with Pac, Hanso, and Team Sam. So I won my match against Hanso, but unfortunately our teammates bricked, like really bad. So we didn't get the match. So now we are 8-1. Got to win the next one to top. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Also, apparently you get like a giant card of the prize card if you win and go undefeated in Swiss. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate that we lost there, but yeah, that's all right. We're going to try and win the event. That's what matters. So we just lost round 10. I won mine, but unfortunately my teammates got a little unlucky, so we're X2 now. Gonna see if we're on top. They're actually announcing standings now, so let's see what happens.
With 24 points, Team Squiddy.
Hey. Hey.
Good job.
In 11th place, Team Gavin's Mercenaries.
That's all he's doing.
Oh, nice. It's just, it was hybrid. Guys, we just lost in top 16, and yeah, I mean, not much more to say.
So yeah, in the top 16, you can see the feature match on the Konami site. I won my match 2-0. Game 1, I thought I played pretty well going second against Voiceless board, and my hand was decent, so I OTK'd. Game 2, my opponent completely bricked, just drew like all the pre-prep targets and then 2 copies of pre-prep that he couldn't even resolve, so that was really unfortunate. And then it was down to the wire. My teammate, unfortunately, yeah, we just like overthought everything. We could have definitely won even under Nib, but we just played into Nib, and then we didn't have the Nib for the cross out. But, you know, it does happen. I'm still really, really proud of the team. We got there. We didn't test a lot. You know, everyone kind of has priorities, and we didn't really have time to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm so glad that we still did relatively well, all things considered.
What's good, YouTube? It's me, your boy Squiddy. We are here at the airport with Barry. We literally met a Squiddy fan here who actually just came off of his first YCS.
My first YCS, yes.
And you were playing, what deck were you playing?
I'm playing my favorite deck of all time, Heroes.
Heroes in a Fire King Tier 0 meta. He was summoning Dark Law all day, he told me.
Yeah, basically just to Dark Law was what they had to commit to getting out of Dark Law, and then having the backup with DPE and in the favorite contact. It was just like, well, just hard for them to break through. And then I played spicy tech like Sales Band to be like Sales Band Draw, Sales Band Princess, and I also played something nice where I play Aqua Neos, where what happened was in my combos, I would play Aqua Neos to force the Nib. They try to activate Nib, I bet, Fusion Destiny, link off to get Plasma, take the Nib token, and it was GG. They didn't have the Imperm. It was just like, oh, well, you're done.
So you got the skill drain all
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
So you were bullying Fire King, Snake Eyes all weekend, you're saying?
Yeah, surprisingly, I didn't in the main match. Of course, we bubble out, but for my personally, I didn't really lose to any of the Fire King matchups. Helped that, like, the Dark Lord was great. Some players didn't really know how like heroes work or comboed out, so like that advantage helped me out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great, and again, like the techs I had really helped. Like Bell was phenomenal in stopping like the Promethean Princess. And like I said, like Salesman, and then again, favorite contact with Wingman.
Yeah.
So great breaking board. So no, I was really great. My first YCS, I wanted to see how I compete with the best players. I did pretty well for my first time. So I'm excited to do more. Try to get to see Squiddy and a lot of YouTubers here, and like him help me out with his advice with the hand trap. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, bro, thank you so much for being here and for calling me out. Like, yeah, you know, first YCS, you get out there and you just play and you just get addicted and you keep going and going and going. So yo, best of luck with the heroes, man. I can't wait to see more.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for the content again.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Alright guys, we are back here with another video, a new deck profile with Mr. Squiddy himself, who managed to...
Just got top 16 guys at the YCS Las Vegas Review 3. Obviously we did the deck profile on the menu, but we want to go a lot more in depth and in detail with this. Really happy how we performed as a team. We totally didn't do any testing. We just got together at the last minute and we were undefeated day one. Obviously day two was a different story. We totally threw into top 16 because we were attacking for game and then we got nibbed. And it turns out that crossout designator, you have to have Nibiru in your deck, and we accidentally sided it out. So unfortunately, that was a tough loss. But without further, I know it's painful to think about, but I'm sure I'll lose some sleep about it after I get home. But for you guys need to know how to play this deck competitively. So Snake Eyes Fire King, I'm trying to go as in depth as possible. Let's just dive in.
All right, awesome. Let's see this deck profile. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, let's do it.
They're cooking for us.
We are cooking up, first and foremost, 3D Bell Star the Dark Witch. I was literally playing only one copy up until Thursday before decklist submission, but my teammates were all saying you gotta run 3, and I playtested my friend Bobby, who was literally opening this as a starter while I couldn't play, or anytime his Snake Eye Ash got Veiler or Impermed, he was still able to extend, while mine got Veiler or Impermed, I would just pass the turn, and I realized, you know what, this is a type of deck like Hestier where you play a lot of non-engine, and you only have like what, 12, 13, 14 starters, which means that you don't have a high percentile to actually start with a starter. It's probably around 80%, which is just not good enough. So you have to see a starter. And although Witch is not a good starter because you have to invest a card by sending it from your hand or graveyard to hand or field of the graveyard, it's still good enough that you need to play it because it allows you to start playing. Now, then we talked about the other point where anytime Snake Eyes Ash gets Veiler or Imperm, you can still continue to extend with the Bell Star. And if you're playing the Divine Temple of the Snake Eyes, which you should be doing as a search target off of Poplar, it means then you can just set the original Simple Spoils off of the Dark Witch at all times, anytime you see both of them. So yeah, it's really, really good. Now, one thing I actually noticed throughout the course of the tournament is that depending on what they do with Diabell Star, what they're sending actually could telegraph what they actually have in their hand. So if they're actually sending off something valuable like a hand trap resource and starting with Diabell Star, that probably means you should Veiler or Imperm because this is probably their only play. Now, the other thing that you guys have to know is that anytime you have Snake Eyes Ash as well as Diabell Star, you should probably be starting with Snake Eyes Ash. And I shouldn't say probably, you definitely should be, instead of starting with Diabell Star. Yes, I know that you can Imperm or Veiler and save yourself, but, or rather you can bait out the Imperm or the Veiler, but the thing is you play harder to nib because this is another body. So when you do your Snake Eyes Ash play and you get hit by nib, you also lose the Diabell Star. Whereas with the single Snake Eye Ash, you can actually play directly into nib and set up either Appaloosa or something that forces them to nib, which means you can follow it up with the Diabell Star of the Dark Witch, continue playing, and also link off potentially with the token, right? So that's just something that you guys have to know about Diabell Star of the Dark Witch. Now, alternatively, if they go Diabell Star as a first action, they're discarding something like a Snake Eye Ash, Oak, Snake Eye Ash or Poplar, Populous, that probably means that you shouldn't Veiler because they likely have Snake Eye Oak. They probably opened it, which is why they discarded Snake Eye Ash instead of actually using it. So then you definitely don't want to Veiler or Imperm on there. You'd rather wait for them to summon the Oak or potentially some way to get to the Ash, right? So that's just a little thing to keep aware of, but you definitely should be playing 3 in this deck. The reason they don't play 3 in the OCG is because they have Max C, so going second they have a higher chance of drawing Witch, and also the game's just a little faster paced because of that.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, so Snake Eyes stuff, very standard. This card is absolutely insane. Snake Eyes Ash, you can do so many different lines off of it. 2 Poplar, this is very standard, I think. Like the Oak is insane. This can also special summon or add off of Graveyard or Banished. So under cards like Shifter, this comes up very, very much. It's very, very powerful. You have to have another name to be able to summon Flamberg as well in case they Ash. Flamberg, 1 Flamberg card is very, very nutty, very, very insane card. And yeah, that's very standard for the Snake Eyes stuff. And by the way, this is not much of a break. You can always send it off of Black Witch if you draw it, or off of something like a Nightmare Phoenix or Fire King Island. It's just insane.
Yep.
Fire King cards. Now, I think these cards are absolutely insane, and I think this variant of the deck is way better than the actual pure variant for the sheer fact that these cards are insane. It's like a whole different engine in your deck that you can play on top of the core Snake Eyes engine. Like you guys saw in my feature match, you can basically do so many things off Snake Eye Ash, build a whole board that can OTK or disrupt your opponent to the point where they have to interact with like powerful hand traps, you know, multiple hand traps for that matter, Veiler, Imperm, Ash, Nib, stuff like that. And then after that, you still have all your Fire King stuff, so you can just go Island, get Ponix, and then just like go insane. So these cards are absolutely nuts. The reason why I decided to play 3 Kieran specifically is the fact that Kieran is the type of card that you want to draw or see, because number 1, you can play around Veiler or Imperm on your targeted Ash by chaining, and number 2, you know, popping this off of Island is really good because it means you get another body by triggering the Kieran and then being able to send the Arvada off of the big Garunix instead of just sending the Kieran. And then on top of all of that, this card is insanely good when you have Princess on the board because that fire locks you, meaning if you have Nibiru, the Primal Being, you're not going to be able to use it. So you can then easily pop it with the Promethean. And if you happen to have Ambler Whale already in your graveyard, it means you can you have a mandatory way of triggering Ambler Whale anytime you want because he triggers whenever a Link 3 or lower monster is destroyed. So you can easily just do that.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's an insane card. I think that's why I decided to play 3. And I think the card is really, really nice. The nice thing about Arvada, obviously, is another card in the Fire King engine. You can just set this up before doing any of your plays, and you're protected. This card can also resurrect, do little CAMEO, which is really, really neat. And all of these cards are just absolutely insane, so I think I would continue playing them.
Yep. Great stuff, sir.
Hand traps. 3 Imperm. I mean, 3 Ash. Imperm is probably the best one. 3 Nib, also insane. 3 Veiler. I think these are just the best ones. They're all like very high impact. They're always good. It's not like a card that has high variance like Drone Lockbird that you just don't know if it's going to be good or bad. And these cards just get the job done. Remember, guys, these decks are very, very inconsistent sometimes. They have a 80% chance or higher to open 1 starter. So that means if you are interrupting with their 1 starter, the times they only have the Ash, then they're just going to pass their turn. And that's happened to me so many times in the tournament where I just Imperm or Veiler like 1 thing and they pass, or like a Witch, right? So yeah, the cards are really, really insane. I know people say side this out because they can heat it back, but honestly, I don't do that anymore because I realize this card is just so good with alongside your other hand traps that it doesn't matter if they can heat it back. And then the Fire King, the spell cards, 3 Bonfire, really, really crazy card, especially because if they Veiler your Snake Eyes Ash, you can obviously just follow up with the Poplar, and it's just like crazy on top of consistency. Also, some of the guys played Lullaby of Obedience, which is kind of cool because that acts as another Bonfire that you can actually, it's not once per turn, you can call Snake Eyes Ash. I thought that was really entertaining.
Yep.
3 Wanted, insane card, obviously doing so much, allowing you to draw a card, which is so crazy. I actually like doing this in draw phase because a lot of people have come to the conclusion that if your opponent does this in draw phase, this is the only thing that they have, and they are actually Mourner or a Ghost Spell or Veilering or Ashing this in the draw phase. So if you actually want to bait out an Ash, sometimes you can use this in draw phase when you have other starters, just so they can bait that out. Really, really nice card.
Yeah.
Fire King stuff. Island, Sanctuary, and then this is absolutely crazy because like when you get nibbed and stuff, it just plays right into it. and you can special summon out your thing that you put in the scale. Obviously, there's some super combos with this as well. Anytime you have this plus like a witch or any of the combo pieces, the card did so much for me. It boosts your weenies by 1100 attack, which is highly relevant as well. Yep. Original, this card should probably be banned in some capacity. The fact that it has a graveyard effect is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, all of these cards were insane. You don't need other Fire King cards like Circle or Skyburn. Those cards are just not very, very good, to be honest with you. So yeah, these cards were really clutch. Non-engine stuffs, well, I guess this one was also very good. It's like a 4th copy of Witch. I didn't like playing this card because of the fact that it gets ashed and it really hurts, but again, you do need starters, and this card is amazing with Oak still in your deck or Ponix. It just tutors them out instantly, so it's just too good to play, too good not to play rather. And then 3 tactics, this card is absolutely crazy. You guys have to play this card. I'm telling you, this card going first, everyone's playing hand traps. You can rip cards out of their hands, especially after they draw or draw cards. Going second, you just break boards. It's always a card you want to see. So I think you have to play this in this specific deck, this format. Call by, also, this card is insane. I'm not sure why a lot of people are cutting this card, even in the mirror match. It's insanely good because you choose what to hit, whether that's a hand trap or just targeting like a princess in the worst case scenario, or like a Garunix or Kieran. The fact that you can choose between Garunix or Kieran, depending on which one you want to go, is insane. Oftentimes you just hit the Garunix, so they're cut off from Garunix, and then you just sit Arvada instead of Kieran with your Garunix, so you can still play and extend, right? So yeah, it does a lot, I think, for the deck. And yeah, my deck is 43, but my teammates play 42, which is too pure.
What was the reasoning behind 43?
Well, I think this is the type of deck that's really, really hard to side deck with. It's already really consistent. There are a lot of good starters and good plays, not counting 1-card starters, but also multiple card starters. And the fact that siding out your siding patterns are really, really hard when you try to play 40 cards, because you do have to play 1 Witch, for example. But I realized if you play multiple cards like Witch, you can actually just side out 2 copies, because going second, you'd rather have more non-engine cards, and also you're drawing a 6 card, so you have a like slightly higher percentile of playing, right? So
yeah. Did you ever brick throughout the tournament?
Yes, I actually bricked quite a couple times on cards like the Fire King, for example. But I realized that, you know, in this format, if you brick, you actually don't auto lose, because that often means you have multiple hand traps, because those are cards that are bricking you, which means you can survive at least a turn or two and hopefully rip a starter and continue playing. Like, there were tons of games where I bricked or my opponents bricked, and the other player still won, the player that bricked, right? So it's really interesting.
Nice. Well, yeah, no, it definitely seems very consistent, especially with the 3 Witch and the 1-for-1s and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Let's see the side or extra. Which
side deck. Let's see the side deck. Yeah. So 3 Ghost Bell. This card is insanely good against rogue decks like Voiceless Voice. You can Ghost Bell every single thing in that deck, from Saphira's effect to Nadir Servant to Pre-Prep, which is one of the biggest high impact cards you should be hitting, to even the Trap also does as well, to Dynamundo if they're going to make that play. Yep, you can hit Labyrinth and stuff. You can stop cards like Called by the Grave. You know, like, there's so much utility.
In the mirror as well.
Yeah, it's not too bad in the mirror. I didn't actually set it in because sometimes it's low variance, especially against the pure deck. Like, if you're hitting a Grunix, it's oftentimes not that great if they're already playing. But against a pure deck, it's also sometimes can be a little wishy-washy, because if they're good, they're actually just chain block their Flamberg by having the Poplar on the field. So they're chaining 1 Flamberg to summon, chaining 2 Poplar to scale the Flamberg. You just can't bell. So
yeah, it's definitely a very it's kind of like a hit or miss.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss card, but against rogue decks like Voiceless, which I think is going to be popular as a potentially budget option, top 3 option, definitely need it. And then, we talked about 3 Cosmic, just like really, really good. Honestly, my siding patterns were a little weird. I was not able to side all of these in the mirror match, so potentially could go down to 2, but it's still good against rogue, Voiceless. Cross out, this is probably the best card in the actual side deck, because you can play a bunch of targets with it. These are the 2 that we played, just Droll. This card was insane going first, obviously. That's what you want to side it for. I like it a lot better than Summon Limit and other cards that you just can't do anything when you get hand trapped. But this card just lets you combo off and play. You can also hit things like Triple Tactics Talent if you manage to set it for that long. Ghost Spooky Dogwood, everyone was siding this card, so it's absolutely tremendous being able to hit it.
Yeah, having a 1 copy of it.
Yeah.
Definitely very good.
And then this card for time. Yes, it does come up a lot. I used it probably like 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately
Did it win your games?
Yeah, like 4 games. Unfortunately, those just take so long that oftentimes you will be going into time with like 4 or 5 minutes left, and your combo just takes forever to the point where you can actually burn them. The one dragon being Flamberg, obviously, to burn for 100. Always try to make it so you have SP Little Knight co-linked, because this is a trigger effect. So when you summon it, it triggers if they hold the Valor Ash or the Valor Infirm, you can chain. Yeah, so it's gone. So you definitely have to do that. Yep. And then the last was the edge card that we decided to play, which is Typhoon. Yeah, we thought this card that says if your opponent controls 2 or more spell cards and you control none, you can activate this from your hand. It just says destroy 1 face-up spell or trap card on the field.
Yeah.
Really, really clutch because you can obviously hit their Fire King Island. When a lot of times people are just sending Sanctuary off to fulfill the condition to summon out Flamberg with Oak or Ash, especially if they already got hand trapped once and they're forced to send that as a resource.
Right.
And then this just becomes super clutch. The other thing, and that means they're going to have a naked Fire King Island, so if you can hit this at the end of the combo, they lose everything, including Appaloosa. Everything's already triggered, so they just pass without a monster body on the board if you did it at the right moment. And unless they have Kieran plus another fire monster in their hand, which is often very rare, then they're not going to be able to play at all. So
Nice. How did you go about like siding this card? Did you ever side this card like in the pure version?
Yep, absolutely, because you can actually hit the IP Masquerena that they often set up. A lot of times they're actually going for the kind of lock where they have the IP Masquerena in the spell trap zone, and then they also have the Flamberg Dragon.
That makes it live. Yeah. I see.
Yep, and then they also even have the field spell online as well. So they actually don't do it in standby phase, and this plays around having a Cosmic Cyclone, because what they do is you go standby main, you normal summon a monster or special summon, they can use the effect to target the IP Masquerena. If you target this with Cosmic, they can chain Flamberg to bring it out. It's not a spell trap anymore, it doesn't get banished.
Interesting.
But with Typhoon, you can use it during their end phase because they control multiple face-ups, and you can activate Typhoon here to target the IP Masquerena, so this goes to graveyard, so they're not going to have anything to bring back.
Wow,
so
that's amazing. Yeah, that's very smart actually.
it was very, very powerful against our rogue matchups as well, like Voiceless Voice, because you can obviously hit the trap.
Anti-spell, summon limit as well.
Everyone is playing summon limit anti-spell, yep, exactly. So being able to hit those cards was absolutely existential. Some of them was everywhere, and this card at the worst hit something like that, or the best was a blow up by hitting the Fire King Island, which if they have no board, cards like anti-spell and some of them are not good for them either, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of this card. I always thought that this card was very good to a certain extent.
Yeah, and we beat the Purely deck as well with this. The Australian Purely team, like he went set 1, activate Happy, search for my friend, activate my friend, and I just blew him out with Typhoon. So
nice.
yeah, the card was very, very powerful.
Yeah. Once the conditions are met, the card is fantastic. For
Yep.
Sure. Nice. Let's see the extra deck.
Extra deck is fairly standard. IP, SP, these cards are all very, very powerful and needed. Hida, Dark as well. These cards are all insanely good. You can make this with Link Karibo.
The Charmers are just so insane since they brought them to the game. They've really changed the game entirely.
Yeah, the fact that they link up in the Princess is just insanely good.
Yeah, that's great.
Doolittle, this card, you guys saw us win the mirror match in time on the feature match. It just gains 500 for everything. But most importantly, it's a beast you can special summon off Arvada. So if you dump and have Doolittle Chimera, you bring it back. It means you have an extra body to link into Princess with, and then that allows you to get an extra body on board. Oftentimes we end with Arvada alongside Princess as well. Yeah. Just very, very nice combo. Shout out to Anthony for discovering that. And then Phoenix, absolutely needed. You can discard cards like Flamberg, or you can actually just draw cards when it's co-linked to Link Karibo. A lot of times I realize with this card is against Rogue, it's insane. I use this to bait out like a set branded in red. I just like instantly went Snake Eye Ash, search Poplar, and they didn't do anything. Just made this, pop their back row. It's just so good, and the fact that it's fire.
Yeah, it really baits out a lot of stuff.
Also
and
very
good to kind of get you out of like floodgates and stuff like that if you don't have the specific out for it.
Yep, and then of course the Zealantis OTK where you go Zealantis attack, this attack, pop this, and then bring out the Raging Phoenix, and that's just game, right? So card is very, very nice. And then of course, very standard other stuff. Salomon Great Sunlight Wolf, very, very standard. Link Karibo, very standard as well. Broken card. Heat Soul, this one came up quite a bit, especially with these two, just to make it. But you do pay yourself the 6,000, so be careful. Sometimes it's easier to OTK.
Yeah, it adds up, yeah.
Princess, 2 did come up quite a bit. I think you do need 2, especially when 1 just gets like, if your board gets super volleyed or something, you have no fires and you have no way to just bring this back.
The second one, yeah.
Yep, it locks you in a fire, so be careful, so you can't nib. Raging Phoenix, insane. Abloel, also insane. Appaloosa, Haynes, Zealantis, and
Nice.
Yeah, that's about it for the
I've
extra
seen a lot of
deck.
people play the anima. Did you consider this or?
We thought about it, but there's just no space. I mean, we also played cards like the Garunix XCs, but it turns out that this is probably the correct extra deck that's been solved, honestly, for the actual Fire King deck.
Yeah.
There's just like basically no flex spots. Maybe do Lido or Second Princess, but I think these cards are so good that you can't really cut them.
Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like it. Nice, nice, nice. Well, that was a lovely profile. Congrats again on top 16.
Yeah.
What are your plans moving forward? Would you play this at future YCS if they allow it? Or
Absolutely. This deck I think is extraordinary, and I think it's better than the pure build. Shout out to Kevin Lynn for borrowing me this entire deck. Huge shout out. Really, really happy with how it performed. I went basically undefeated in Swiss. I mean, I guess technically you say I lost one, but it wasn't. My teammates already won, and like wasn't really taking it serious. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think this is really, really good. I love the deck, and I'm going to be doing some combos. So stay tuned on the Squiddy on the channel. Definitely check out my combos.
For sure.
Do a tutorial.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. Some more combos are coming soon, so be sure to check them out.
Thanks. So yeah, that's about it. Long story short, I mean, it was a lot of fun. The event was amazing. One of the best YCSs I've ever played in. I just love team-based 3v3 events. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next event. If you see me around, definitely let me know. Because, you know, like Barry, who I met in the airport, you never know. Like, it's always warms my heart to see you guys being out there and actually watching my content and enjoying the Squiddios. So yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.